scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second
and goal from the 6 this time.
6-yard line.
They'll try again with Elliott. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
47-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Giving 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 7.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Elliott on 1st down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
A quick toss outright. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Complete.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
carry.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The give is to Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
1st and goal.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, as the first half is winding down, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Going deep here for Adelman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Elliott on the carry.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find John Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Sideline throw, that's caught. Julian Edelman. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what...
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Newton on the keeper.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Bills 27. Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
4th down.
The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Newton on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. The keeper. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He sets to fire deep. And now here's another interception. And the all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 11-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3-yard gain on the play.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
First down, Buffalo.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Tackle made.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Bills will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Bills say they have it, and they do. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Wide receiver. He's brought down at the 42.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Is actually going to throw it here. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
9-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
The 8-yard line.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Buffalo, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New England, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.